get so small. We break up with lovers and friends. Make love to the rumors instead.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our WWE 2K18 tournaments. This is actually our final tournament and the ultimate tournament known as the Undisputed Championship Tournament. This tournament will have 7 parts to it, our 4 first round matches, our 2 semifinal matches, and the finals match. Each part will be its own match because all of these matches are going to be Iron Man matches at WrestleMania 33, and it will consist of all former champions, and there are, I think there is like one champion, I think, right now who wasn't in a tournament per se. Okay, basically, here, let me show you. Okay, so we've got all of these and The Rock. The Rock, I believe, is the only one of these people who wasn't in a previous tournament. Oh, also AJ Styles. So yeah, we have both of them. Both of those guys weren't in previous tournaments to become champions. AJ got the United States Championship by different means, and then The Rock has the Brahma Bull Championship because that was specifically designed for him, so I gave it to him automatically. But everyone else, they won their championship in a tournament, and so what's going to happen is once they become Undisputed Champion, they're basically Champion of Champions at that point, and they're going to lose whatever previous belt they had for this one, which is the highest title in the game pretty much, at least as far as I'm concerned. And then whoever was the runner-up in that tournament will get their previous title belt. And like if it's someone like AJ or The Rock that wins, well then I guess The Rock will just have to be a double champion because, well no, I guess, okay, here's the deal. If The Rock wins, since the other version of him doesn't have a title belt, then I'll give the Brahma Bull Championship to the other version of him, and this version will have this belt, and so he'll be the only person that has 2 versions of him that hold a single title aside from The Undertaker, I think. That won't really matter. And if AJ wins, I'll probably just have to have some kind of other United States Championship match on my own. Or I'll probably just actually go ahead and make it Shinsuke, because Shinsuke is the current real-life United States Champion. And he did actually end up winning the Undisputed Championship somehow in my game. I think I had like a Royal Rumble, and Kofi Kingston ended up winning the Royal Rumble and becoming Undisputed Champion. So he was technically the first ever Undisputed Champion in this game. But then I had like a different thing, I can't even remember what it was, and Shinsuke ended up winning and beating Kofi and became Undisputed Champion. So that's gonna be that. Okay, that's all for the intro on this, I guess, and I suppose we'll get right into it. And this time around, I'm actually turning entrances on because it is our final thing that we're doing here, final tournament, and so I took the time to go through and make a Spotify playlist on my laptop, so then that way it carries over to the PlayStation, just like how I did for the Wrestling God Ascension videos that I used to do, which I will start again at some point, but it will most likely be carried over into 2K19 as opposed to 18, but we'll see when we get there. And then we're gonna have entrances for these with the actual music that you guys can hear. It'll get copyrighted for the video, but it won't really matter because I don't make money doing these anyway. I just enjoy doing it in my spare time and editing and uploading videos for you guys, the few of you who actually watch them, in hopes that one day I'll have like maybe like a few hundred people or something that watch all of my videos, and that would be pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into this here. Everything looks like it's set up properly. Iron Man matches at WrestleMania, as I previously stated, and I'm just gonna skip right into the intro. Not the intro, the entrance, I'm sorry. Also, I'd like to point out for a second that if AJ's face looks a little bit weird, that's because it is a custom character, because AJ Styles wasn't naturally put into this game with that attire, but I think in 2K19 he is. Alright, and there you have it, their entrances. And now, actually, as you see up there in the corner, all these are going to be 15-minute matches. I'm going to have to do a quick skip here because I have to save this and make sure that it actually turned out right. And if not, then I'm going to have to do this whole video over again. But if so, then you're just going to see a quick flip in the screen, and then we're going to continue from where we were at. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it turns out that I actually did work correctly, how it was supposed to. The only problem was I noticed it when I was doing it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I started Finn Balor's like a split second late, and it kind of threw off the timing a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. The main thing is I just wanted you guys to be able to experience their entrances because they're all champions. They all worked hard for their belts. They all won some form of tournament or grueling match to get their title, all but The Rock. But The Rock was in multiple other tournaments and worked hard and actually ended up winning the tag team championships with Mankind, this version of The Rock as well. So, and they put up one hell of an effort to do it. And so I feel like with all of that he put into it, he really deserves that title, and plus all that he did in real life as well. For there to even be a Brahma Bull championship, then yeah. Way to finish that statement strong, JoJo. Then yeah. Okay. But yeah, at any rate, we're gonna keep on with this. This is gonna be crazy, guys, especially if it ends up tying in one of these tournaments. I just don't even know what we're gonna do in that case. I just really hope, well, in one of these matches in the tournament, I just really hope that doesn't occur. Because then that means we'll have to go another 15 minutes. And luckily, future episodes won't require like a super long intro. And if they do, I'm just gonna do them in the loading screen. So like, it'll just be my generic, hey guys, what's up? We're about to get out here, do these shits, and then move on. AJ has been taunting quite a bit. He seems pretty confident that he's going far in this. And the thing is with these matches as well, regardless of like if I set it to normal, quick, or epic, every single match is going to be 15 minutes. So everyone's wrestling the same amount of time every single match, and they're all wrestling high caliber superstars. I believe everyone in this tournament but Alistair and Triple H are all at 90 and above. But Alistair and Triple H, I think, are like an 88 and an 89. Alistair, I actually bumped him up because he deserved to be way higher than the game originally set him at. And then Triple H, they just naturally set this version of Triple H at an 89, which I was like, okay, that's fine, because they do have like Triple H from 2001 set at like a 92 or something, and I'm like, that's more accurate, so I'll just leave that as is. Now, if both versions of Triple H had been 89, I would have been like, hell no. He's a Royal Rumble winner, I think 2 times, King of the Ring, 13 or 14. No, I think he's a 14-time world champion now, and has been in the second most Hell in a Cell matches, I think. All sorts of accolades. I'm like, there's no way in hell Triple H is anything less than a 92. Oh, here we go. AJ's going for his signature there. A fireman's carry neck breaker. And now going for a lion salt. Shades of Chris Jericho, who I also did want to have in this tournament, but it kind of just didn't work out that way, because like the version of Chris that would have been in this tournament, I just really didn't like that as much, because it's not that I don't like Chris, it's just that version of him. Okay, so AJ trying within the first 5 minutes of this match to pick up his first pinfall. They still got over 10 minutes to go, and I just realized that this video is going to end up being like 25 minutes or something. I'm going to try to keep these all within 20 to 25 minutes. It just really depends upon like the entrances, and like I said, the next one won't have all that extra intro in it. Alright, Finn hitting his coup de grace there. That was his finisher as well. AJ also kicking at it too. Both of them starting off pretty fast, pretty strong. Finn doing a taunt. Oh, that was his comeback taunt already. I think AJ has a comeback as well. Most people in this tournament have some form of comeback that they can use. Typically, the computer won't use the comeback though to get up off the ground, which is wise, but I mean, could also be used to their advantage at some point. I would have been extremely surprised if Finn got pinned off of that. The Demon, not being phased by that kick there, whips AJ into the corner. Is he going for his other signature? Yes, he is. That's a turnbuckle drop kick. Pulls out AJ into the middle of the ring because rope breaks, DQs, and countouts are all on. Did AJ just kick out at one from that signature? Wow. That's crazy, man. Finn going for his coup de grace again, avoiding using the 1960. Oh wow, AJ already getting back up to his feet by the time Finn makes it up there. That could be detrimental to Finn having a top rope finisher because sometimes that will happen where superstars rarely get back up to their feet. But it's not broken like it was a few years back. Oh, that's rope break. Damn. That could have been it too. But it's not broken like it was a few years back, like in 2K15, maybe 16 too. I just know that in one or two of the WWE games, maybe even more than that, it was broken. So whenever you went up to the top rope by running at the turnbuckles instead of moving out to the ring apron and going up the side, then the superstar would always automatically start getting up. So the computer could rarely ever do their finisher if all they had was a top rope finisher. And I do believe it was actually a mechanic a broken mechanic in the game for multiple games. And I just can't stand how that was a thing. Oh, AJ basically using Finn's own signature against him here. What's he going for? Just a knee drop. Okay, I guess debating whether or not he should inflict a little bit more damage before going for his finisher. And now he hits him with the Style Splash, rolls him up into the pin. Gets the 1, 2, and no 3 count there. Both these men still dead even. See, that was part of the thing I was worried about. Styles with another moonsault off the ropes. That one not quite a lion salt that time, and done much more to his own style than was being resembling of Chris Jericho. Oh, Finn already with another signature. See, I think both these guys have pretty high momentum, and that's why with the momentum being set to normal, you see like finisher after finisher like this and signature after signature. Wow, do you see how they're trading off here? Oh, Finn going for his 1960 now. AJ Styles reversed it though. Ooh, spinning back fist. Straight into the Ushigoroshi. The fireman's carry neckbreaker. Oh, Brock Lesnar interrupting the Undisputed Championship tournament. He is currently Universal Champion, so I guess he feels as though he was overlooked and should have been added to this tournament too. Probably somewhat PO'd that he didn't get put into the tournament, and choosing to take his anger out on AJ. As if the referee didn't just see that happen. AJ still kicks out, however. In a sense, Finn Balor should be glad for that because it kind of puts him back even with missing that one pin attempt off the coup de grace. Both of them showing off some great high flying skills here, and also some very good in-ring work. Impressive counters for the both of these gentlemen, both having developed their careers further in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Really where they caught their stride and started honing their craft. AJ Styles being a great competitor in TNA. Ooh, forearm off the middle turnbuckle busts open the Demon's head. But AJ Styles, as I was saying, being a great competitor in TNA before moving on to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Finn Balor growing up in Ireland, where he first began his training, and then also went to New Japan. Both of them thereafter coming to WWE to further their careers. I wonder if the blood is actually going to start showing up somehow on Finn's like black face paint. Ooh, okay, AJ wasn't groggy from that wake up and started running at Finn, but ran straight into the drop kick. See, I wish they had like unique sells in the game. Selling, if you guys didn't know, oh, AJ going for his other signature, the calf crusher, submission signature. Selling is like how superstars react to a move, basically. So, oh wow, AJ actually made the Demon tap to get his first fall. So now we're at 0-1 with less than 5 minutes to go in this tournament. But yeah, selling is basically how a superstar reacts to a move. So they have unique sells off of, they have unique sells off of certain moves, but not necessarily for certain superstars. So, and I get that that takes a lot to incorporate, but it would just be kind of cool if it was a thing. I really wish we could have seen AJ's springboard 450 splash in this match. But yeah, this may be over for the Demon if Finn can't bring it back somehow. Oh no, it's 2-0. Oh, even with Brock's help, somehow Finn still not able to get the win over AJ. AJ pretty wise tactics here, just running down the clock, giving Finn no chance to kind of swing it back into his favor. And with AJ being 2 up, he can kind of go on the defensive here, just so long as he makes sure he doesn't get pinned. That's the main thing. And even if he does get pinned once, Finn would still need 2 to tie it up. And then, if he did somehow manage to tie it up, there'd still need to be like freaking whole nother 15-minute iron match. Here's the deal. This is what I think I'm gonna do. I don't know, actually. I don't know how I could get that to work properly. But I was thinking that if it goes into like a tie, if it somehow ends up being a tie in one of these matches, to have like a one-on-one normal match, I think I actually can change the match types from the main menu. So what I'll do is, if it becomes a tie, then I'll go ahead, exit the match, set it to normal, and then whoever wins the one-on-one normal match will treat that as like a tiebreaker round. That's not going to happen here, and thank goodness, because this video's already been long enough as it is. But for the sake of like future matches, where it just goes from loading screen, entrances, match, then, ooh, almost getting another 3 count there. Then if there ever is a tie, I'm just going to have it like restart as a normal match basically, and then that way there's only 1 fall, and it's going to act as like a sudden death round. Ooh, you think that Finn would have tried to do that earlier, so it would just be 1-1 right now. I swear, Finn somehow manages to pull this back in the next like 30 seconds, that would be insane. His moves take too long to set up though, so I don't think he will. And AJ keeps reversing just after Finn hits his signature. What's he doing here? Falling Finn to his feet. Does he somehow have a phenomenal forearm? Oh no, he doesn't. Now that is a good way to waste time though. Knowing that he can't get the pin on Finn, but if he can like keep him down, Oh, Finn still wrestling his way back up to his feet. And striking AJ after the match. Going out of the ring there. Alright, Finn putting up a great match against AJ there. But I think AJ won 2-1 there. Okay, and that concludes part 1 of our tournament. And then in part 2, we're going to go straight into the loading screen. I'll do a brief introduction, and then we'll get right to the instances and the match. So until then, guys, hope you've been enjoying the tournament so far. And if you have, don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.